Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekend update. We have exciting news. Punxsutawney Phil did not see their shadow, so we get spring early this year. So thanks, Phil. I'm excited. I like spring. The sun out, ready to rock and roll. Sarah won't like it because she loves the snow, but we had enough already. So excited about that. February 2nd, gave you that news report on Punxsutawney Phil just in case you didn't see it this morning. Let's hop into the real estate related reports. Our showings. Our showings are up this week in the DC Metro, up 12% from last week, which is good. Still a little bit down from year over year, which isn't as good. Our contracts are down 5%, which isn't a ton, but about even. Our new listings were up 6%, which is good. We need those new listings every week. That number should hopefully go up every week going into the spring here. So positive signs there, which is good. In our North Central Virginia region, showings pretty flat. Contracts down 12%. It's only about 30 contracts, though, in that number. And then new listings fairly flat, down 3%. We need those numbers to go up. Get those listings out there, guys. So not terrific news there. Baltimore Metro looks a little bit better. Almost 25%, 24.4% more showings last week, which is awesome. Contracts down 6%, so about 35, 40 contracts. Listings up a couple percent, so good stuff there. Our last one, Maryland, West Virginia Panhandle. They always give me some good stats here. 14% showings up, so that's good. We've got on the bottom there 3% less listings. It's almost the exact same. It's 3%, 3 or 4 less listings than last week. So let's get those numbers pumped up. Get those contracts out there. Talked to a lot of people over the last couple weeks, and a lot of people signing those listing agreements. So hopefully they're coming here in the next few weeks. Our top performers for last week. In individual volume, Nita Neri. Good job, Nita. Edward Murphy, Elbert Graves, Shantese Swinson, and Tara Lowe. Great week by our top 5 in volume. Top 5 in transactions, Miss Tara Lowe. Great job. Miss Kelly Hayes rocking it from the Hardman Team. Edward Murphy, Elbert Graves, and Bhushan. Good job, Bibbs. So good job to our top 5s last week. Our top 5 teams for the week. In volume, the One Street Company. Good job, Sammer and crew. Shepherd Homes Group. Good job, Jason. Jamil Brothers Realty. The Carolyn Young Team. And Living the Easy Life with Tammy Irby and her squad. Our top 5 teams and transactions last week. The One Street Company. Sammer's crew had a great week. The Carolyn Young Team, fantastic. Shepherd Homes Group, the Hardman Team, and Arsalan and Saad, the Jamil Brothers Realty Group. So fantastic job by all of our top individuals and teams for last week. Some exciting announcements. A lot of you saw the email Sarah sent a couple days ago. We are now in Florida. We are now live in Florida. The great and wonderful Miss Deb Gorham will be our principal broker down there. She does live down there a good bit of the year, and just is a gem. So she's able to help out. Now we're going to be virtual for a little while here. We'll see what it looks like with offices where we see that demand coming within Samson, and we'll be smart about offices when we get there. But for now, we know we've got 100, 150 or more of you that already are licensed in Florida, but with other companies. And we've heard you. We want you to kind of be with us, be able to refer those things within the company and kind of grow together, still use all those resources, keep those fees down for you, and get to stay in the Samson family down there as well. I think the only reciprocity state right now I've seen is West Virginia, I've heard about. But even if you're reciprocal, you actually have to be in Florida soil to take the test. For those of you that want to get their Florida license, you have to go down there to physically take the test. That's an interesting rule, but that's their rule. So excited to launch there, and kind of more to come, obviously, as we grow and get out there. We had a great HQD in Waldorf, great attendance out there, which was fantastic. Had a good time with the crew. Lots of great learning, lots of good experience out there, and good back and forth with everybody. So you see some pictures there, and it was a packed house. I don't know if we probably could have fit some more chairs, I guess, but it was pretty full. So good stuff going on there. Some upcoming HQDs. We're going to be in Rio next Wednesday. The next week we'll have the award ceremony. And then the third week in February we have our super sales meeting here. So we won't have another HQD till Tyson's, February 28th. And then to start out March, we're going to be March 6th, National Harbor, March 13th in Charlestown. So exciting stuff coming up as it pertains to our HQDs, kind of all over the place. We got 2 Marylands in there, a Northern Virginia and a West Virginia. So we're spreading them out all over for everybody to be able to jump in and participate with each other. Speaking of the awards, we did send out all the email invites. There's a couple coming out maybe today, but for the most part, we sent out all the invitations for live appearances. Again, we have to cap it. We can only have a certain amount of people in the building, and that ceremony will take place on the 15th. But what Justin and Zach are going to do is a great job videoing it. We're going to put it together in a great video. We're going to launch at 11 o'clock live on Friday the 16th for live to tape on the 16th for everybody. Great watch parties all over our footprint. So you can see, I think we have 16 watch parties. Our agent experience team has done a great job with managers and admins setting those up. Please RSVP for those. I mean, we're going to have great food and drinks everywhere for everybody, but we'd love to get a good idea of how many people plan to come. Kind of experience it all together. Cheer for your colleagues, cheer for yourself, watch all the fun in our great offices together, kind of hang out. You know, it's great camaraderie and get to do it in the comfort of your own office. So hopefully everybody that got invitations, please RSVP for that if you're watching and you got an invitation, because we need to know head count. And look, if people aren't coming, I want to fill that room, so we'll invite some other people if you're not going to come. So please let us know either way on the invite in person for the 15th and the 16th. We'll have our watch party. So it's just 2 weeks away. It's crazy, but it's going to be an awesome day and lots of fun. Just getting to celebrate the great year that we had at Samson and the great year that everybody had out there. So fun stuff. Oh, I didn't even look. The next slide says check your inbox. If you haven't received your Samson Awards email, please submit a ticket to the help desk. Remember, if you did get something, I think the plaque deadline has stopped, so you can still order it, but it won't be ready for maybe the awards ceremony. But if you got something, don't assume we're making you a plaque, because we're not gonna make 500 plaques for people that don't want the plaque. So make sure you order it, make sure your name's spelled correctly. The other thing we've done is some people might want their name to, you know, if you want Sam Hardman or Samuel Hardman, like, you know, we don't know exactly how you want your plaque, so we don't want to just guess. So you have to actually fill out and say, yes, I want a plaque. We'll pay for it, but just, yes, I want a plaque. This is how I want it to read. So please do that if you got those emails out saying you were gold, platinum, or diamond. I don't think we ever sent an email clarifying that, so I'm going to clarify what that is now. Gold is 5 million to at least 5 million in volume. Gold in transactions is at least 10 transactions last year. So those were our lines for gold, 5 million or 10 transactions. For platinum, it was at least 15 transactions, 15 to 30 transactions, or in volume, it was 10 to 20 million. Diamond was 20 million or more, or 30 transactions or more. So gold, platinum, diamond, we did transaction awards and volume awards. Some of you might have gotten gold and platinum and you're a little confused. Well, it'll become more clear, but you got gold probably in transactions or volume, and then platinum in the other. So we probably could have been a little bit more clear on what that looked like. But those are our kind of how we broke things up. So if you were at least 5 million or 10 transactions, if you think you were and you didn't get an email, please reach out and we'll check. But we did go straight off broker metrics and bright numbers for those. Super and CVR MLS, obviously in Richmond. Our super sales meeting for February 21st, we're going to be in HQDU, or not in HQDU, in headquarters here. So looking forward to another great sales meeting, talking about all of our successes. We'll have great trainings from some of our top agents as well, so look forward to those. We did officially get that Martinsburg, West Virginia office open. Looks great. Putting signage up, make sure all of our computers are wired, all that kind of fun stuff now. But we're going to have our grand opening event February 29th. So circle that in your calendars if you want to go there. It's going to be 3 to 5 o'clock. And then we'll do a 5 to 6 o'clock info session. We're going to do kind of a shorter lunch and learn. But for anybody that has colleagues out there that want to learn about Samson properties, they can come to the grand opening, kind of hang out, get to see some of the people. And then at 5 o'clock, as the crowd starts to disperse, I'm going to do an info session for everybody that wants to hear all the great things Samson has to offer from 5 to 6. So be a little bit different, but I think it'd be a good kind of session where people can look. If there's a couple of people, it'll be more intimate. If there's 10 or 15, I'll do a more formal presentation. But 5 to 6 on all the information about Samson property. So invite your friends. Remember, we always have our help desk. If you have any questions, our staff's doing a great job of answering those quickly or triaging them to the right person and getting those answers for you. Remember, you get those great recruiting rewards if you invite people to our lunch and learns or introduce them to me by email. We're going to be in Rio on Wednesday. We'd love to see all you guys in Ruth Chris Steakhouse on Wednesday. A couple weeks later, we're going to be at February 22nd. We're going to be at Seasons 52 in Columbia. Fantastic location. We'll get you out there in Columbia. And then back to Ruth Chris Steakhouse in Tyson's on the 28th, which always draws a good crowd. And then that info session on February 29th, like I mentioned before. We also will have March 6th, National Harbor, and March 13th, we're going to be back in Martinsburg, West Virginia for a full lunch and learn to help recruit into that new office in that Charlestown, West Virginia, and Southern Maryland crowd not Southern Maryland, kind of that Frederick kind of crowd can get to Martinsburg office as well, Hagerstown. So we're excited about those upcoming lunch and learn opportunities. Some classes for next week. Just as a reminder, some classes that were recently added to our Samson University. We had our form update class, rental transaction best practices, Samson Now, best practices for there. Untapped money potential in the rental market was a good class. And then Lynn Hamilton's monthly challenge and learning trail. So always check back. Samson University is always putting fresh content out there. How to do a home buyer seminar, really popular class that we had last year that Lynn ran. Had a lot of people that were able to learn this, then go do their own and create a lot of buyer transactions, create a lot of stuff. So Monday, February 5th, look for the link on the Cardinal Nest. But it's a great way to jump in and meet those buyers at a relatively low cost, but have a good organized plan and an action item where you can actually meet some people. The wonderful Steve Lefebvre is going to teach an MVR contract class here in Chantilly, February 7th on Wednesday. So if you're not at HQDU at Gaithersburg, you should be here listening to Steve because he's always great. TBD financial workshops next week will be in Lake Ridge, White Marsh, and Reston. They're all over dropping the knowledge on everybody, so look for the Cardinal Nest for more information on that. This is a cool one. Give you an update on this. Heather Heath, great realtor of ours that came over from Redfin. We're not going to video this. We don't want it out to everybody, but she's going to be here Tuesday, February 13th, teaching about Redfin, kind of a Q&A. And it's not really necessarily to go after their brand or anything like that, but people have a lot of questions. Like, how does Redfin operate? Like, how do we help combat these things? And, the Redfin, the advertising out there is good. It seems like it's a lower price. So Heather kind of give you a look behind the curtain on some of the things Redfin teaches. Maybe it's just some good tips on how to counteract that if you feel like you're going against Redfin. So it's not a takedown of their brand or anything like that. It's really just an information session so we can learn more about the Redfin way, because it's a little bit different than everybody else out there. So thank you, Heather, for doing that. And should be a good class. We're not going to video. It's got to be in studio here in person because, Heather and us, we don't want anything out on the internet that, is talking, could be perceived as talking bad about a different brokerage. And it's not. We're not talking bad. It's really just more of a how to combat type deal. So next week, remember, we have our orientations everywhere. It is a requirement now. If you joined us in 2024, we need you to take that hour orientation class, whether it's virtually or in person. So our crew is out there doing them all over the place every day somewhere. How to host a homebuyer seminar with Lynn. We talked about KV Core orientations and adding contacts for Lofty and KV Core all day on Monday. We've got classes that Lori's running. Print marketing, 3 o'clock with Heather. Fantastic class. Tuesday, this is exciting. So the Jumpstart classes that Lynn teaches are fantastic. If you need a jumpstart to your business, if 2023 was not what you wanted it to be, go to Jumpstart. You have no excuses. Tyson's is convenient for almost everybody. Like a good part of our footprint can get there within an hour. Go to Tyson's. Go to Jumpstart. You will thank yourself later. I promise you. So clear your schedule on Tuesday. Get there. It's a great office, good training room. Get there and learn from Lynn. SkySlope training, HQDU on Wednesday, all day in Gaithersburg. Again, don't sit on the sidelines and whine about your business not being good. Get to Jumpstart. Get to HQDU. You will pick up stuff that will help jumpstart your business. I didn't mean to do that. You'll pick up things that will help jumpstart your business. You just need that little positive momentum. You need a couple new things to start dipping in if you just sit around and do the same things you did in 2023, you're going to get the same or worse results. You got to, be reinvigorated, re-energized. So get to an HQDU, get to a Jumpstart. It will help you out a lot. Steve's MVR contract class we talked about. Mastermind on Thursday, $5 to $10 million group. Lynn, I love this. Best one-liners. I'm on in on that one. I don't think she's talking about pickup lines at a bar. Best one-liners for when you're doing real estate, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure Lynn has some good ones on that too, though. Master Your Marketing with Lynn Hamilton. Great class. Thursdays, 2:30. Aladdin's Fast Track Commercial Training. Friday mornings at 8:30 is always good. Contract addendum training next Friday. It's going to be G-Car in Montgomery County. Probably with Miss Kara or Miss Kim Chen. Friday financing with First Heritage, KV Core Q&A, SkySlope Q&A, closing out the week. We're always going to put some more great stuff out there all the time for our education. I know that Carolyn's talking about trying to get another class on the books, and some other people actually from outside brokerages that I've become friends with have really want to come in and teach some stuff. So we're going to got some exciting stuff that's going to come out in the education column the next week or two. I just encourage you guys to get out there and learn, get out there, engage with each other. I hope the business is picking up so much you don't have time to come to class. But if it's not, the way to pick it up is to get in and engage with each other. So thank you all so much for your hard work. I'm excited. The calendar's flipped to February. Now we can, spring's in sight. We got some decent weather out there. Hopefully the listings keep coming out there. I will admit something at the end of last weekend update. I said we had a big weekend in basketball. Unfortunately, it was an 0-2 weekend for the Dallas Youth Thunder. We did take the L to Great Falls and Arlington. Team fought hard, but we do have setup come up tomorrow though. So we got 2 games this weekend. Saturday we should be able to win. We'll see. We've beaten the team a couple times. Then Sunday we get a rematch with Arlington based on how the schedule works. So maybe second try. Maybe the coach learned some things this weekend that we can help adjust. We did put in a little bit of a triangle 2, box and 1, switched up our press. So we'll see how Sunday goes. But now that I've thrown it out to the universe, I'm definitely gonna take the L, and you guys can make fun of me on Monday. But lots of fun stuff going on, hopefully for you and your families out there. And thank you for all your hard work. Please continue to support Cardinal Title Group as much as possible. The more you support them, the more we can pour back in and support you all. So thanks for everything, and we will see you next Wednesday at HQDU in Gaithersburg. Take care.